What's going on, fam? Bam! What's going on, my two squad? We are here for another Let's Talk About It show. And we're excited to have an amazing guest that I actually had the pleasure of meeting. Gosh, I think it's like 2.5 months ago, man. Time just freaking flies when I think about how many amazing people I've met on YouTube. But it has to be at least maybe even 3 months, y'all. Like it's December, so maybe even September around that time. And so I want to give you an example of where I met her. And I met her through a group of folks that came around a month or two after I did. And what really caught my eye about her, guys, number one, woman is gorgeous. Like she is gorgeous. When you look at her face, just her voice and the way her confidence, the way she portrays herself, she has this little swag about her, right? And it only helps that she's only from New York, right? So of course she has that natural East Coast, New York, borough. I'm not gonna say ratchet, but that that love, that just the soulfulness that she has. out of New York. It's not ratchet, y'all. It's not ratchet. It is it's ingrown New York. You know, it's that ingrown New York personality. It's that kind that you just people look at you like, dang, you a strong woman. And she comes and she portrays herself that way. But I want to give you an example of where I fell in love with her. Right, so y'all know I'm Filipino, and so she did this. She did this mukbang, y'all. She came out with some pancit, baby. That's when I fell in love with her, y'all. She was tearing up that pancit like it was there was no more pancit left in the house. I mean, she was tearing that bad boy up, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I grew up with this food. We'd have it, I don't know, at every party. We'd have it, and I'm like, is it that good? Like she was making it look so good. Like she's making me want to go, through that screen and eat it. Like hers must be better than the way my mama make it, because the way that she, you know what I'm saying, like the way that she was just like engulfing the pancit. So at that particular moment, I just felt like I love this girl, man. She's eating my culture food, and we talk about that. I think one of the biggest things sometimes is you either live in a big city that's you have an opportunity to eat so many different cultures food, or you live in Mayberry, where you don't have a chance to eat anything except for what's in your culture. So, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get going and check out my girl. But before that, a lot of y'all have checked in already, so I appreciate y'all coming by. Lucia Lee is in the house. Maria Cervantes, Ketchup and Pie ASMR. What's going on, my love? Rico, what's going on, brother Rico? How are you? It's been a long time. How you been doing? How are you feeling? Marcos Eats, mi hermano, is in the house. Hey, Marcos. Miss Parchman's World is in the house. Hello, my blessed lady. How are you doing? Ellie Perez, Fitness Journey. How are you? Thanks so much for coming by for the show today. Naomi Slot Channel. Yup, girl. I lost my tail at the casino yesterday, girl. We'll talk about that later. I talked about it last night, actually, on my live. Lele and Jackie are in the house. What's going on, my love? How are you? How are you? Selena Garcilazo is in the house. My sister-in-law's in the house. What's up, Bastos Bob Boys? Yo, y'all gotta check out Bastos Bob Boys merchant store. Their store just opened, so check them out. Their website is bastosbobboys.com. They have some great items up for sale, so make sure to check that out. What's going on, John Ruiz? How are you doing? Thanks so much for coming on by. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Charmaine, what's going on, my love? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody is saying hello to everybody. The C Circle is in the house. What's going on, baby? What's happening, baby? Let's see. Just stopping by to say hello. It's shooting day, and I live stream for us later, but got to show more to the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. If you want to promote as well your website, actually, I'll promote it because I don't think you guys are thing here yet, but we'll change that. Hold on. We will change a couple things here. Okay, there it goes. You can promote your website so that people could take a look at your new swag that you guys got going on, which looks amazing. I can't wait to get paid so that I can go and do that and get some swag too, guys, on your website. All right, so Miss Parsons World, who did I miss? Maria Cervantes is in the house. Okay, Shuggy TV is in the house. What's going on? Is it Shuggy that I read? Oh Lord, I am way behind already, and we haven't even had the guest here yet, you guys. All right. Yep, Shuggy TV is in the house. All right, let's get going. More people are going to be coming in. We have 18 people in the house, so hit that one, you guys, so we can get Miss Jyna Diva. And I have this funny freaking Rick Rock foodie. If he's here, he is hilarious how he be calling Jyna Diva, though. How many times he done called her something else? All right, let's go ahead and hit that one, you guys, so we can get Miss Jyna in the house. And we'll go from there. Y'all ready? Okay, my boo is sitting here watching. Okay, y'all. Watch out for Gogoliana, y'all. That's the hubs. He said, oh, that girl is so pretty. He was like, look, the picture you posted, she's so pretty. You better stop looking at that girl. She don't want you. All right, you guys, here we go. Let's get Miss Jyna on board here, y'all. Here he is. Here it is. Miss
Hey, hi
Jyna.
everyone. Yeah, I'm over here laughing. You're so funny.
Why? Yo, you have to introduce people from the way that you met them. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's
thank
important for me.
you.
It's important for me to authenticize my relationship and on YouTube. And so for me, it was first of all, you're gorgeous, but number
Oh,
two,
thank you. Oh no, thank you.
Number two,
Thank you so much.
the other thing was that swag that you got. You know, it's that New York,
It's that New
boroughs.
York, you know what
It's
I'm
that New
saying?
York
Like,
swag. You just can't get away from that. And then number three is when you was digging up in that Filipino food, I was like, sis,
whew,
that's my people food.
I knew that's what it was. I was telling my husband about that. I was like, I think he's my friend because that pan set that I did.
Yes,
But
and
it's
there's gonna be more.
pancet, right? Let me say it
Yes,
properly.
it's
It's
pancit.
it's
Yes,
pancet. It's from my
yes.
sister-in-law. She's Philippine, and
Really?
yeah, one day she came over with it, and that was it. Now it was like that was like 2 years ago, and it's like, girl, you got to bring it every single time you're around me. So
And you have pancit and lumpia all the time, then,
yes,
huh?
and lumpia and turon. Let's not
Oh yes,
forget that turon.
the banana one. Yep, that's right. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. Veronica Oglesby is in the house,
Hi,
showing
Veronica.
some love. He's okay.
Lacey.
Awesome, Naomi. Thank you so much for letting me know that Bonsai can't be here this evening. All right, mukbang and chill. Hey, mukbang and
Hey,
chill.
mukbang and chill. Hey, mukbang and chill. Hey, mukbang and chill. Hey, hey, don't get me started.
wait, wait.
Hey,
No.
hey, get it. Hey.
So let me ask you. We're gonna get into some general questions, but I know that the audience. I told you. See, people are saying you
Thank
look
you.
beautiful, girl.
Oh, thank you so
You're always looking
much.
cute. Even in those days, you could be in the car and you have not no makeup on, but you look gorgeous as you are.
Oh,
So
thank you. Oh my
look at that.
God, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let me get right to the question. The question is, you've been with YouTube what, a year now? You're
Mm-hmm.
celebrating your year anniversary
My
December,
yes,
huh?
my YouTube birthday was December 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. So
A
yeah, I've
year
been for
in.
YouTube for a year. It's
A
crazy how
year
fast
in.
yeah,
Time
how
goes
fast the
by.
years pass. Yeah.
You meet so many people in a whole year. So let me ask you, why YouTube? What was it? What got you going? Why YouTube?
Why YouTube? It's kind of an emotional story. So um when I was pregnant last year, and during my pregnancy, like I found mukbangers via Instagram, right? Because if you
Okay.
guys don't know, I have a baking business. So because
You
it was,
do?
I do, I make
I
cakes
didn't
as
know that.
well.
No
I
way.
make cakes and treats as well. Yes.
Okay, that's my husband's a baker.
Really? Ah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
so
he
cool.
yes. Okay, go ahead. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so I do that on the side, right? I've been
I
doing
didn't
that.
know
It's
that.
going on.
Okay.
Yes, it's going on 4 years now. And
Wow.
um so I guess because it's a food channel, it would, just recommend different things. So me and my daughter started looking at it, and then me, I was pregnant, so it was like, oh, this looks good. Let me see what this is. And then I seen Beloved. I kind of like, identified with her. She kind of reminds me of my mom in a sense. So I know she just kept saying, go to my YouTube channel. So I was like, okay, like, here and there I'll go on YouTube. So I was like, let me do it. And I went. It was Mother's Day last year. And I was like, wow, this is pretty neat. This is, seems pretty easy. I love to
Yeah.
eat, and
And why
why don't
not
we,
record?
we do it? Yeah, why don't we do it? So, it was in my head. It was in my head. And I was like, making like a business plan in my head. Like, okay, well, I could do this. And then, unfortunately, when I was 6 months pregnant, my water broke early, and I
Hmm.
was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
So those 2 weeks that I was in the hospital, it was like YouTube was life. I
Yeah.
was in everybody's home, so it was like, what, crying and being sad and everything was like, as soon as I get out, it was one of my prayers. Like, as soon as I get out, my son, is healthy. I'm healthy. I am
Hmm.
going to do this. And
Yeah.
I said December 1st, I will do this. November 28th, I signed up.
Yep.
December 1st, I put on my first video, and
Video.
I haven't looked back.
Oh my
So
gosh. What an
that's
amazing miracle. Now your water broke at 6 months and the baby's
mhm.
okay.
The babe, my son is a year
Okay.
old now. Okay,
Okay.
he's
All
starting
right.
to
All right.
walk. He's
Yeah.
talking, and driving me insane like a regular baby. He's good. He's good. But
Good.
that's how God wanted it, and he's
Yeah.
fine. He's fine now. Yeah.
That's a miracle. I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
always
you.
it's always something that will trigger and inspire folks to start a YouTube channel. Isn't
Mhm.
it? Like it always seems that way. And so or it could just be the luck of an accident, saying, you know what, I can do I can do what people do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they be doing the same thing. So it's interesting to hear what people's pathways are, to get to a YouTube channel, because you really have to be someone that's not afraid of the camera, not afraid to get judged, not
yeah.
afraid to you have to have a tough skin about this whole thing and kind of go in and not have to worry about what people are saying,
Mm-hmm.
because and for me, I think why the reason why I started the missing tooth mukbanger, I was like, look, I ain't got a tooth. That's the most insecure thing I have going on in my life right now. So guess what? We're gonna throw it right on the street. We're gonna
That's
put it right
right.
on the table
That's
and
right.
let whoever want to watch it. We
And you have the power by your name itself, the missing
right.
tooth
Yeah,
mukbanger. You
I
got the
claimed
power.
it. Yeah, I claimed
Yes,
it. I claimed it and said, yeah, anyone could talk about my tooth, but guess who's making money off of it? Guess who? Guess who has a show with the missing tooth mukbanger? So I think for me is it was a growth experience at a 44 year. I was 44 years old when my tooth. I lost my tooth. So for me it was like I was still insecure about it, and I just kind of threw it out there and said, "F it." I'm just gonna put the
mm-hmm.
channel, put my name up out there, and fall in love with me with not the not the tooth missing, but fall in love with me for who I am.
Yeah.
Some people love you, and some people
And some
don't.
people won't. And some
And
people
you just
won't.
have to you ride with the people that do love you. So let
That's
me get
right.
over. You just have to roll with the people that love you, support you, your general audience that you have, your fellow
Mm-hmm.
creators that support you. That's so important.
It's so
Um,
important. It's so important. And with the YouTube also, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't care. I've always been like that. Like with tough skin, I don't really care what nobody says because it doesn't pay my bills and it don't help me
right,
with my three
right,
children. So I
right.
don't care. Okay. But like when I started my baking, company, it was a real like, okay, wait, people that you think that are gonna support you don't.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? And it's strangers that were supporting me and helping me. So that kind of gave me already an experience of, you know what, like I'm gonna do this. My husband supports me.
Yep.
My oldest that understands, who's 11, he supports me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's us against the world. No offense to anyone because I love everyone. I'm very nice. So let me put that out there. But it's also like that's the New York in me that is like, listen, I
You're
don't really
gonna hustle.
care.
It's all about the hustle and flow. You just
Exactly.
move with what life is going to give you, and you're going to hustle and grind and do what you got to do. Let me not pass up on some of these comments here.
No,
The
yes.
C Circle said, "Bomb ass Baker, y'all." I'm sure she is,
Thank
y'all.
you, see.
I'm sure she is. And when I head back to New York to go visit my family out there, I'm gonna go over there and order me a cake and some pastries.
Listen, we can make
Um,
it do what it do.
you know what I'm saying? Sally Sell, my buddy Sally Sells in the house. What's going on, Sally? Beauty with T is in the house. Beology is in the house. We got 20 people. Miss Tasty Mafia is in the house. What's up, Miss Tasty? What
Oh,
is
thank you,
happening?
Tasty.
Let's see here. Raph's Kitchen is in the house. All right, my boy Raph. So I guess the next question is, I'll just move it into the whole baking industry. Have you thought about doing baking on this channel? Like for me, natural fit would be, okay, I started my mukbang channel. I'm gonna get that monetized, right? So there's
Mm-hmm.
your monetization for one channel. You have a business that you can either attach to the this channel or
Mm-hmm.
start a new channel where you grab all of these people that have supported you on this channel and move them over to your baking channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Girl, we think
You
your
smart.
business, right?
Exactly.
and
So,
and that's where your strength is. Your strength is you're gonna get on camera and talk about how you're gonna make a frosting. You're gonna
mm-hmm.
talk about how you're gonna make I don't know what else y'all do, babe. Like what do bakers do? All that other
Ganache and all
yeah,
of
you
that, how
make
to
a
make cake
ganache, the
pops and
yeah,
dip
all of that
strawberries.
stuff.
Listen, that
Exactly,
is
cause
already written down in the works. Once I
yes,
finish getting monetized with Dine with Jyna Diva, that is
which is
in,
not too far, right? I
which
mean,
is
we're
not too
talking,
long, right? We want
we're
to do it
talking,
this week. Like, got hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, got hope.
we're
But
talking like just 100 hours.
just about. The last time I checked, it was 128 hours
Dang,
left.
just that feeling. But it's just a natural fit because you built an audience here, you built some potential buyers,
Mm-hmm.
you've built potential audience members that will promote that baking side, and
Mm-hmm.
that is the bread and butter side.
Yes.
So I love that you thought about that because it's so important to cross some of the revenue streams that we have.
Yeah,
You
because you
know,
need multiple streams of income. It's not
it
just
only
about one, honey. I can't
it
make it on one, you know?
it
I
yeah,
need
it only makes
seven.
sense. It only makes sense. And the other thing that you could probably do is bring on some of your customers to talk about, if especially the ones that are like, yo, you're the only baker that I got, I'm not going to anybody. That's like going to a jewelry person.
You know?
Yo, you the only baker I got, I don't go nowhere else for no damn muffins or no cupcakes or no no
And I
cake
got a
pops.
few. Let's. You know what? I didn't think about that, but that is very smart.
You know
Thank
what,
you
get
for
them
that
on
idea.
there. Get them on there because those are people that are gonna, put the icing on the cake, without any
Yeah,
pun intended.
definitely.
When you get your channel started. In fact, that could be your channel starter, where you're talking about. I have customers that they talk about my pastries and what I make. Here are a few that are willing to talk about their experience with my cooking. So that gives them legitimacy around that you are a talented cook, right? Folks that have been your customers for a very long time. If they're
Mm-hmm.
not afraid to come on camera to
Oh my
show
god,
up and
that is
show
so
out
like my head is
and
like
support you.
excited. That's gonna be
Listen,
so
yes,
good.
you just go for it. I know you could do it. That's gonna be an
Thank you.
amazing. Now, you in the Bronx or you in Brooklyn?
I am from Brooklyn. Espérate, wait,
Espérate.
wait. I am from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn all day, huh?
Okay. Oh, do not, do not.
Yeah, my
I don't know what's the. I gotta do the research because it's always like if somebody says you from the Bronx but you from Brooklyn, it's like I just did. If that was a natural thing,
yeah, it
and
just
vice
yeah because
versa. Like, no, I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx. Like,
there
yeah,
is
I don't know why.
there's some borough ownership. Like if you from New
Yes.
York, it's one thing to say yeah I'm from New York, and like yeah I'm from New York, but I'm from Queens. You cannot disidentify where I come from. Like if I'm from New York, I'm from New York. Yes, one of the greater five boroughs, but I
Mhm.
come from a particular borough, and this is where I'm from. I rep that area.
Mhm.
Don't recognize me as someone from Queens, from the Bronx, from
But
Manhattan,
no,
from
what? Okay,
no.
I'm Brooklyn bred. You
No, I'm
heard?
Brooklyn. I'm Brooklyn bred and bound. I mean, that's it. My sister in law, who's Dominican, is from Queens, and
Okay.
my brother, when he first moved out there, lived in Astoria, Queens, and so I was going out there maybe every year when he was working out there. So for me, it was exploring New York was amazing. I love the vibe. I love the
Mhm.
city. I love if different boroughs have different cultures about it. You if you live in Brooklyn, there's a different culture than living in the Bronx.
It definitely is
they're two different cultures as big
different.
as
It's
that city.
crazy.
It's very, very crazy. And then Queens is totally different. If you're on one side of Queens all the way up to, where they
Mhm.
stay at,
Mhm.
it's a whole different world,
Oh,
so
different worlds.
it's all even within the boroughs. And so I can't wait to go. I'm wanting to go back to New York. It's been, I think, 3 years since we've gone, babe, right?
Oh, whoa!
Three
You guys gotta
years.
come
Yeah.
back. You guys gotta come
Yeah.
back.
Oh, we
What?
coming back, boo. We about to knock on your door and be like, can we get some K-pops? so
Listen, we go out. We could eat.
So let
You
me
know,
ask
guys
you. You
eat.
said espérate. So you're Puerto Rican because I
I
saw one of your
am.
videos. I saw one of your videos and you had the Puerto Rican flag and you made your arroz and
Uh-huh.
everything. And I was
Yes.
like, this girl, man, you're Puerto Rican. The other day I made a pernil
I
for the
seen
first
it
for the
today. I was
first
like,
time.
ooh,
For the first time I made a pernil, girl. It was good. But I
it
learned
looked
all of
good.
that. I learned all of that from my Dominican since the in-laws,
I
my
mean, we
brothers.
all, to me, because that's another thing too with like Puerto Rican and Dominican. It's like a
A
feud
clash.
that I don't know why. I'm like, why? Because most of my best friends growing up were Dominican. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like how I learned how to really speak Spanish, even though it's still not that the best, was from my Dominican friends.
Yeah.
But like they do similar things. We both do similar things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
I
you got that
couldn't take.
Dominican pernil. Ow.
Ah, you would give me some of that fat, boo, and then some of that skin.
It's like the bowl, like the cuero.
Yeah. Oh,
hmm
girl, you got.
You got to know how to make that cuero right. It can't, like sometimes it be too
Mm-mm.
gooey. It got to be like perfectly crisp.
Perfect.
But you
Yeah, with
as
that.
Philippine, you guys roast whole
We do
pigs.
lechon. Yeah, we
I
do
know.
lechon.
Like
We do
and
pork belly, girl.
oh
We do a
man,
pork
my mouth
belly
is
where you
watering.
you got the crispy skin, and that
Ooh.
buttery fat, and then that
Oh my
white layer, just
gosh.
the
Just
meat that just peels like this.
like, oh my
Look
goodness,
here,
like
bitch.
just
We
like just so
we
much goodness.
we about to do this. Hold on, we got some more people that have walked in. I don't want to miss out on anyone else. Um, Raf Kitchen, how's everybody doing? Let's see. Everyone is talking to one another here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Simply K Simone's in the house. What's
Oh,
going on,
hey,
my
Simply
love?
K.
This is another one, y'all. She get on camera and she's beauty
Oh my God, I love me
demystified.
some
Like,
Simply K. So, moan.
moan. Yes, I'm telling you, y'all. She is a beauty as well. Simper X is in the house. New York in the house.
New
So Simper,
York in the house.
hey.
Hey.
All right, so I got to if y'all got any more questions, y'all making me hungry. Selly Cell had these pigs come out. MR Supporter
Mhm.
is in the building. What's going on, MR Supporter? All right, so here's another question for you. Um, so you came out, you started watching YouTube. B Loves obviously is one of those that we all look up to as far as
Mhm.
mukbangers, right? Who are other mukbang idols do you have?
I have the Chomp Queen. Oh, I love her. I love her. Right when I came on the scene, she was just so welcoming to me, and I was like in her inbox asking her questions, and her and I would always carry on conversations, and
Yeah,
she, no matter how busy she was, and I think at the time she had around 6,000 subscribers.
yeah, and that's
But
already a busy
to
channel at
me,
six
yeah, right.
thousand.
So to me, just coming in, I'm like, oh, that's amazing, And she's like, girl, please, like that's not even the big a deal. No, to me, it is. And yes,
Right.
it is. You gotta pat yourself on the back. That's a lot. You know what I mean? When I
Mm-hmm.
got my first 10, I was screaming around the house. So wait a minute, 6,000. Her Tosh Point Fro Eats. That
Yes.
is my baby girl. I speak to her all the time as well. She was another one very welcoming, and I actually was featured on her first collab with a few other mukbangers. Yeah, it was
That's
me,
amazing.
um, Miss Parchment's World, Mama Bear. It was
Yeah.
Mama Bear. It was Nini's Eats, Wayne Boogie Eats. I was like, that's how I learned, who they were. Some
Yeah.
of them I already followed, like Nini Eats and Wayne Boogie Eats, but it was like a more personal where we could speak in a different light.
Right.
Of course, Cuzzo. I
Yes, of
met Cuzzo
course.
AB like she just started as well. She probably just hit 1,000 when her and I, started speaking. And so to me, these big mukbangers that to me, of course, and to us they're big, but to them they're like, oh no, like
Yeah.
um, are people that I just look up to, and I'm always trying to like pick their brain, and try to get golden nuggets from them to see how
What?
they did things, and what I could do. Maybe I could emulate it, or put my own
Mm-hmm.
twist, on it.
Right.
So
That's
yeah.
what I think that's what I love the most about the community that I met coming in July was that everyone was willing to share success. They
Mhm.
weren't hoarding any secrets. They weren't saying, they weren't. In fact, when you see people get monetized or right before monetization, say, "Hey, how can I help you build
Mhm.
some ad revenue into your channel as soon as you get monetized?" Like, I was talking to, I think it was Angela Ortiz, and I said, hit me up if you want some tips on how to put ads and where to place them for effectiveness for your videos and stuff like that. And so, those kind of things, we help each other out. We support each
Mhm.
other the way that we can
Mhm.
with whatever knowledge that we have. And for me, it's the way that creators share like stuff with each other, and they
Yeah,
don't
it's like
ask
the
for any.
camaraderie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't ask for anything for return in return, right? The beautiful part
Mhm.
about it is you support one another in each other's successes, not in each other's downfalls. You don't hold back things from other people, and I love that. I love seeing that spirit across YouTube creators. There are some that have grown really fast, like within 3 weeks to a month that
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
that don't share. They haven't gone through the struggle of they got like five
They
hundred
got
thousand
lucky.
views
Mhm.
in one week because they have
Mhm.
a video and it went viral, and next thing you know they're monetized, and so they didn't have to go through that struggle. They didn't have
Mhm.
to go through some of that rigorous
Yeah, that
having to
climb.
that
Yeah.
climb those
Yeah.
hours, the time, the amount of videos you have to put, like 200 videos before you get monetized.
Mhm.
And some people put 5 videos out, and next thing you know, they are
And they
monetized.
like
So
boom.
No, they don't. They don't go through that same kind of struggle, or not. I wouldn't say struggle, and I wouldn't call it hard work because what's going to happen with those folks is they're going to learn that
Yeah.
okay, 5 videos, they're now monetized. Now what do? You still have to build a community around you.
Yeah, you
You
still
still
have to
have to build an
produce.
audience. You still
Mm-hmm.
got to put your work in, and the faster you grow, the harder you fall if you don't have a great support system around you.
Exactly.
So I say grow slow, get going, do what you got to do, create that the handful of people that are going to support you along the way and move you forward. So it was
Mm-hmm.
a great example of you mentioning all those people in the beginning where you came around the same time they did and they recognize you and they're
Mm-hmm.
still carrying you up until this monetization point. But I'm just like, wow, a
Yes.
hundred hours.
I know. I'm freaking out. Like, I don't know why, because we still have to, I still have to just make the same videos I'm making. But I
Right.
don't know why. I'm just like freaking out. I have the biggest butterflies in my stomach every time I check the watch time hours. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? Like, relax. But I'm still like freaking out. But I agree with you. I love how this mukbang YouTube community has come together, because if you see other communities in YouTube, it's not always like that. It's a lot of cattiness and pettiness and high school
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, naturally you'll see it. Let's not say that it doesn't happen in,
Right.
in our community as well,
Yes.
but it's not on the level like everyone else is. And the beauty community is
Of
crazy. It's
that beauty
crazy up
community
there.
is crazy. Yeah.
It's
But I'm here for the drama as an audience member. I'll
Me
sit
too.
there and
I'm
watch.
not even gonna lie. I'm like, oh, let me get my popcorn.
I'll look, I
Okay,
got my
let me.
popcorn right here. Who wants some popcorn?
I
I'm
will be
all up
like,
in that.
yo. I'll be like, my
I'm
God,
all
look
up
at
in
this.
that
But then I'll be
team.
holding my phone like, oh, look at this. My goodness. This person did that. Why? But I'm glad that regardless how big, how small, you could just still reach out. Like, I can still reach out to
Yeah.
Cousin Igby and
Yeah.
talk to her and Touch Point Fro, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how big she is. And she still, it may take time. And I
Right.
understand that, because everybody also, aside from YouTube, has a life. I have a life.
Yes.
I have 3 children, a
Yep.
baking business, and I got a man. You know what I'm saying? So I
Uh-huh.
gotta, like, there's a lot going on in life. So,
Mm-hmm.
but to still be able to speak to them and then come back and give me pointers, and like, I love it. I love it. I love even the small, YouTube channels. They hit me up and they're like, oh, would you like to support? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Because I was there.
Yes.
To me, I'm still there.
We're
Sometimes I'm like,
still
oh my
there.
God, I got 1,300 people following me, and that's so crazy. That's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people. You put
Mm-hmm.
them in a room and you're like, oh my God, this is a lot.
Imagine
But
though, 1,300 people and 650 move over to your baking channel, bitch. You about to get you
I'm
about to
lit
get
as
your
fuck,
1K
yeah.
hella fast. And the other part about that, and I'm gonna go back to this baking thing because
No, good.
how many videos get so many views on how to,
Mm-hmm. I know.
right?
I've been there watching. I've been there
Yeah.
looking like, oh my God,
And
like
they'd
I
be
need
like
another way.
500,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
750,000 views. How
So it's
to
a
make.
no-brainer. The baking one is a no-brainer. It's gonna pop. Like, I have no doubt about it.
Mm-mm.
I have
You should,
no doubt about it.
with all that talent you got, boo. Come on now.
Thank you.
Come on now. You about to do this. Look at me still eating this damn
Mm-hmm.
popcorn.
I'm like salivating over here. Like, damn, I want some caramel
Yo,
corn.
wait a
Like, what's
minute.
going on?
This is what I got. Have y'all had this before?
No,
It's the zebra popcorn, y'all. You
but
got
there's
chocolate.
one called Brooklyn Popcorn, right? A company called Brooklyn Popcorn, and they be
It's
in little
similar.
stations. My
It's
God, with the
very
kettle
similar.
corn, and then they got this thing called Chicago with caramel corn, cheese, popcorn, and kettle corn together.
Mm.
Is divine.
Speak it, boo. Speak it.
No,
Speak to my diabetes. Just speak to my diabetes.
no. You gotta behave,
I
okay?
know I do. That's why I can't visit your bakery, boo. I just be sitting outside. Sin per
Just smelling
exit.
it, you smelling it.
That's it.
You know
Just
what's
that
crazy is
aroma.
that all the sweets I make, I might eat strawberries. Like, oh, be like, ooh, strawberries and chocolate, but I don't really eat it.
That's so
I'm not a
funny.
sweets. I'm
My
not a
hubs
sweets
doesn't either.
person.
My hubs does not either. He
Mm-mm.
won't. He will not partake in it. He'll make
Mm-mm.
it.
I'll
He'll make
make
it,
it.
and
I
he'll
have like
make
a
that
little
shit.
taste of it, but
Yeah.
it's not like I'm like, oh, I want cake.
Mm-mm.
Like, no, okay.
I'll eat half of that shit. But
I
he
want
will
the.
make it. He
My
will make
husband
it.
too. He got a sweet tooth. So does my son. So does my son. Me, I'm like, give me the food. Where's the food at?
Let me not miss out. Simper X says, do good, and it will come back to you. I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
More
I
Eats is in
totally
the
agree as
house.
well. Hello,
More,
hello.
more eats, more eats, more eats. What's going on, my love? All right. Um.
Hey, saucy señorita. Hi, mama.
All right. Oh, Bustus Bobboy said to preach. My second virtual collab was with Jyna, and it was so much planning and filming. So much fun
Hmm.
planning it and filming it. Oh,
Oh, thank you. Have fun too, Mrs. Parchment World. Thank you. Oh my God, those baked potatoes though. Mm.
I need to go back and see it. Saucy Senoritas is in the house. What's going on, Saucy? My beautiful sauce girl. You know what? With this IG stuff you've been doing, you need to stop. Y'all see her husband? Let me shut up.
Ooh. You see my picture. I know
Y'all see
that's why
Saucy
he's my
Senorita
husband.
husband?
That's why he's
He
my husband,
he
okay?
a, he a snack. Saucy Senorita husband is a
He's
snack.
my snack, okay? My entree, my
Your
he's
husband, your
all
snack.
mine, all right? Like I got that on lock for about to be 18 years. On lock, okay?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Lock somebody down.
He
All
locked
right,
me. He locked me.
there you go. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Now that I know that you're a baker, let's go into the cooking side of things.
Okay.
What is your go-to cooking meal? Like, if you can eat this for the rest of your life, you're gonna get stuck in the kitchen and you only have this dish to make. What would it be and why?
It would have to be. I mean, I have to. I have to. Now they're like growing up, and then as an adult, that I was cooking, and I still make them both. It would have to be white rice with beans,
What
with
kind?
fried red beans,
Mm-hmm.
with some salchicha inside. With the recao, everything made like that
Mm,
Spanish.
mm-hmm.
Making of it with some salad with all the works with some ranch dressing, and then you have some avocado on the side and some fried chicken cutlet, breaded chicken cutlet
Oh
fried,
my God.
with
My
some
mother-in-law could
maduro
make.
or some totones, and woo.
Bitch, that's it. When you said Maduro, I done fell out. My sugar level went to 300. Maybe it's this damn
Yes.
popcorn.
mm, that, or honestly, I love, since I was taught how to make it, some baked mac and cheese
Ooh.
with some candy yams, some collard
Mm-hmm.
greens, and some fried chicken.
Ooh, some good old soul food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this Boricua know how to make some of that. Like,
You add your sazon in it, huh? I know you put a little sazon in that.
I follow the recipe that a friend of mine from college,
Mm-hmm.
she taught me, and I do it just like what she said. And the yams is the only thing that she didn't really teach me. All the collard greens I kind of learned throughout the years because
Yes.
nobody really made it. And ooh, when I tell you, my mouth is watering.
Que
So it would
rico.
have to be those two. I can't choose one of
Mm-hmm.
those two, and I'll be good. And a little cow for the rest of my life.
Well, I mean, besides the baking, you could also do some cooking on our channel
I
too.
throw down.
I know you do. Sean Williams, my brother's in the house. Mr. Sean Williams, thank you so much for popping by. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, so next question. There's so much diversity in New York, right?
Hmm.
Some of us have the opportunity to live in diverse cities and diverse towns. New York, popping. Diversity everywhere, wherever you go. You've had to have the experience of trying different cultures' foods, right?
Hmm. Yes and no, but okay.
No,
I'm
really?
very like, mm-mm.
Skeptical?
I am, because I
What
think
is there?
about.
Is there a culture of food that you were surprised by? Like two or three that you were surprised by? You said, I didn't think it was going to be like this. It's a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, some pancet. Let me tell you, that blew my mind. That blew my mind when she brought that, and she brought the turon. You know how turon is normally big. She found the
Yes.
place that makes them mini.
Yes. They're bite
Goodness.
sized. They're just
Oh,
like,
they bite size, and you. Oh my god, I was just like skeptical because it's like growing up, we taught to cook. You don't
yes.
really eat outside, and if you do, it's like a fast food joint or some Chinese, but nothing really too out there. So I was kind of like,
You're not
I'm
sure?
like I mean, I'm sure you see videos that like smell the food, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. If it don't smell right, I'm not eating it. So I
Is there
was so surprised, but honestly, I don't really eat too much like I'm really picky but trying, and I'm really like nervous because I hate to like buy food and then spend money
And
for no
waste it.
reason and throw, yeah, and then have to throw
Mm-hmm.
it away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like that. If it doesn't smell right to me or if it doesn't taste right, like I would just be turned off,
You're done.
you know. So like I've never had Indian food.
Mm-hmm.
um
My hubs has
I've
never
never
had
had,
Indian food, and
huh?
his brother-in-law, his new brother-in-law is Indian, and he's never had Indian food. He's scared.
I've heard it's amazing. Yeah,
It's so
I've heard
good.
it's amazing. And
Yes, it's so good.
Vietnamese. I mean, I've had, of course, Chinese, well, American Chinese, right? As they say. I've had Thai food, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's like really it. I haven't really had anything else.
Well, you'll have a
I'm
chance to.
sorry. I'm like, oh.
No, I'm. You know what? I'm the same way. I have not had anything outside of like your basic stuff. So,
Mhm.
I'm not one of those like Marcos eats that will try like anything and everything.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
Even
Not
in my own
me.
even in my own Filipino culture, I won't even go exotic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see me eating nobody's balut. I won't eat nobody's pork blood. I won't eat anyone's tripe. I won't. I mean, no, that can't do it. Can't do nobody's
I
innards.
feel
No,
you.
no, I can't. That it ends right there. I'm not doing it. Miss Partridge World says she has to go. I love you, Gina. Good night,
Oh, I love
everyone
you
in the
too,
chat.
Mama Bear. Bye. Good night.
Amber Eats is in the house. What's going on, beautiful? How are
Hey,
you doing?
Amber. What's up, sis?
Oh, Virgo Queen T, guys, did get monetized under review and got monetized.
Yay!
So she might be
Yeah,
actually
Virgo
live
Queen.
right now. We could actually flood her in a little bit. Hey, what's
Yes.
going on, Nation May? What's going on,
Hey,
Nation May?
Nisha.
Sally said, but have you had Tony's calzone? Look here, Sally. I've not had the Tony's calzone yet. In fact, my brother Anthony, my younger brother, was asking me if I had gone to go try this Tony's calzone, which is supposedly the best calzone here in the area. So, uh, we will see. Maria Cervantes, I'm doing very, very well. Hope you're doing well. So let's get into another question here. A year in, what keeps you motivated? Like, what keeps you motivated? I mean, a year in, you have to be like, I'm almost there, like knocking on the door. But there
Yeah.
must have been times in the whole year where you thought, I need to take a break, or this is
Mm-hmm.
getting too much, or it's overwhelming. Um, have there been times like that for you?
Yeah, of course. Many times that I'm just like, listen, right now I need a breather. I got, a lot going on. If somebody's sick, because if one gets sick, then somebody else gets sick. And, so with that, or if I have orders like next week, well, it's not even next week, this week, starting tomorrow, I'm flooded with Christmas orders.
Oh yeah, I
So
bet.
I tried to record as much videos as I could last week.
Yeah,
So that I can have them ready, and even a few of them, because we know come the holidays as well, it's like it's hectic. I know I see a lot of people with Thanksgiving, it was like, oh, I was cooking all day, so I couldn't really do that. It's a lot. But yeah, I have times that I'm just like, what, I'm pulling my hair, and oh my god, I want to quit and forget this is hard, and it's too much work right now, like, of course, naturally. But it's just, what, like, I see that God put me here for a reason,
yep.
you know, and now is my time. And, it's going to take hard work and dedication, but I'm in it for the long haul, So like I saw this meme the other day. It was like, if you see me talking to myself, don't be alarmed, because I'm having a staff meeting, right? So
You having your,
I've been doing that.
you
I'm
said
even
you're
there
having
with
a
like,
staff
oh,
meeting.
uh-huh.
I love that. I usually have
So
my
I'll be like,
I usually have my staff meetings in the bathroom when I'm at work, and I'm like thinking to myself the stuff that I got to do, throughout work. My staff meeting is sitting on that throne at work on the toilet. But I get it. I mean, there's times, especially when you have a family, especially when you're taking care of
hmm
kids. That's the number one priority. And so you have to make sure you take care of that priority. And it's not easy, right? You have
Mm-mm.
to cook something, or you have to go buy something, and you have to film, and then you got to do editing, and then you have to
Yeah.
do a thumbnail. I mean, people
Yeah.
think it's easy just to
I
throw
thought it was
something together.
easy. Yeah, I thought it was easy. Looking at
Uh-uh.
Beloved, tearing up, those crab legs,
She
and
got
not
a
even
whole
the
team
snow.
behind her. You
You
know
know
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying? So my husband, my husband's behind me, but it was like, whoa, this is harder than I thought. Like,
Yeah.
my first setup was just like me sitting by my kitchen window, and I live in a small apartment, so it's like it takes time when I got the green screen for Christmas and the whole setup with the lights. It was like that takes time, and then like you said, cooking is like a whole day's work.
Yep.
And if I'm cooking something that my family doesn't eat, because not all of them eat seafood, only my
Yes.
daughter,
Yes.
I have to cook an extra meal. So
Yes. Yes.
sometimes, like, you know what? Like, I just want to eat. Right now, I just want to eat, and I don't want to press record. Just leave me alone. Like, I'm sorry. And I'll like, I'm sorry. I don't got a video today.
I mean,
It happens. I'm
half
human. I'm
half the
human.
time I cook and I don't even after we're done cooking, I don't even want to film. I'm like, I'm tired. I
Mhm.
just want to eat.
Mhm.
I don't have the energy to be energetic in a video. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
be sitting there pigging out and not talking to the camera. So I totally get it. I totally
Yeah.
get where you're coming from.
I went from when I first started. I went from putting out videos 7 days
Yeah, I
out of the
was
week.
doing that.
Every day I was pushing out videos
I
for a
was
few
doing that
months.
too.
Every day. And
Man.
then I was like, you know what? Like, I feel lazy, because the food I'm eating, I got a lot going on. I got to do homework with a kindergarten. I got to do homework with fifth grade at the time. My daughter was in pre-K, but I have to do all of these things. And then I have to go to a PTA meeting. And I was like, I can't do 7 days a week.
So what's
Wait,
going
I
on?
can't do that. One, my pocket, there's a big hole is coming in my pocket now because this is not cheap. Like, doing these things aren't cheap at all. Seafood that I love is not cheap. That's a pretty penny, you know? So,
It is expensive. Like I was like, how many crab legs do I get for $50? You mean two? Like, dang.
it's
You know,
expensive over here, the shrimp and crabs and all that stuff.
it is.
Mm.
MRTV is in the house. What's going on, MRTV, my love? How are you?
Hello.
Maria has a question. She says, Gina, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is heavy food.
You said heavy
Food.
food?
Like I was telling you, I don't eat sweet, so I will go for the
Oh,
food
you'll go
more. You know what I'm
carb.
saying?
Yeah, you'll
That,
go heavy
yeah,
carb.
like, yeah,
Rich
but favorite,
pasta,
like,
some
I love pasta. I love
really.
pasta. That was the first thing that I learned how to make was pasta, because my mom, in a Puerto Rican household, you don't always get you pasta, and if you do get pasta, there's a Spanish twist to it. You're not
Yes, yes.
getting Alfredo and
No,
things
mm-mm.
like
You're not
that.
getting the
So
Italian stuff.
yeah,
You're
you're
getting the
not.
Spanish kind.
Exactly. You're getting that Spanish style, so you still taste the adobo.
Yeah.
you know. So a friend, a neighbor from upstairs, she taught us how to make eggplant parmesan. She was Italian, so she taught us how to make some real eggplant parmesan and chicken
Oh, Bo loves
parmesan.
that. The hubs
And
love some eggplant parmesan.
mm-hmm. So I would say, yeah, Italian and Spanish food, like my own food. I'd be like, ooh, I made this. I did this. I put in this. Like, ooh.
Is
So
your
I
mom
would have to say
is your
that.
mom a good cook?
My mom is a phenomenal cook. She really is.
So it's in your blood to have some
Yes.
real good.
And not only, it's
Yeah.
like, how can I not know how to cook and I like to eat?
Right.
And like I said, even growing up, I was like, oh, that was okay. But I'm like a flavor person, like I want the flavor to like, bam, hit you. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah. And all kinds of
ooh.
different flavors in one
Mm-hmm.
bite, right?
Yes.
Um, Now, one of the biggest questions I think as YouTubers, as we get on camera, we be ourselves, but in that process of being ourselves, we also grow. Like
Mm-hmm.
we learn so much about our character, learn so much about who we are as people, because we get so much interaction with different people. Ironically, we're talking to a damn screen, to a
Mm-hmm.
damn camera, and all these life emotions still exist. Like the person doesn't have to sit next to me for me to feel an emotion they're feeling. I'm watching them on a TV, right, or on
Mm-hmm.
a monitor. But also you start to see people's human side. So a year into doing YouTube, what have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about? What's the biggest thing you learned about yourself?
I learned that I'm more goofy than I knew. Like, I didn't know that I was that goofy. Like, I know that the mukbang. I like to dance. That's in me. It's in my blood.
Yes.
I'm musical.
You
You
do
know.
salsa, you do bachata, all
Yeah,
that
listen,
stuff.
all of that. Una bachatica. What? But I learned that I was like more goofy and more personable than I thought I was, even though I knew I was. If you could get that,
Yes. Like
Um.
maybe how you would be with your friends, that
Mhm.
you didn't think that it would translate onto to video or to YouTube. Like you didn't think it was gonna be the real you coming out,
Mhm.
because sometimes you get on camera at first in the beginning and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit reserved because I don't know how people are gonna accept it. But as
Mhm.
time moves on, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be who I
Yeah.
am. This is who I am. If you accept me, you do. If you do, if you don't, you don't. But
Mhm.
it's funny how you learn about yourself in the process. Like for me, I didn't realize that I make puns and jokes whenever I'm with my friends. Well, I didn't
Mhm.
realize that I do the same when I'm on YouTube in front of the camera. I laugh at myself just like I laugh at myself when I'm with my friends. When I curse with them, I actually curse on my videos. I try to be as authentic as you can be. So there is something to be said about learning about who you are as you grow in your channel.
Yep.
And do you find yourself even more goofier now that you meet different people?
I do, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a nerd. Like, I'm so corny. Like editing, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you so such a cornball?
And you're like, I'm not gonna delete this. I'm not gonna edit
I'm
this
not.
out.
I'm
This
like, it
is
is what it is. I want to say after like maybe like the their sixth video, I was just like, listen, like, I was like ready to calm and nervous. You're like, oh, hi, I see you, girl, And then I was like, it's, yeah, like, you can't stop me now, hey.
then the ratchet came out, and now that's all you had
Yeah,
to do.
it was like, listen, but me, though, also is that I've always been able to be myself around anybody.
Anyone,
So
yeah.
anyone that you come across, with will tell you, oh my God, yeah, that's her. I got attitude for days. Let me tell you, if you take me there, but that's just who I am. You know what I mean? I'm goofy, but I didn't know I was that goofy. I didn't know that, I
Even
didn't know
watching
that was that
yourself,
like cow. Like, I was just like, oh my
I laugh
God.
at. It's funny because before I used to cringe. Like maybe about
Mhm.
2 or 3 years ago, if I were to film myself and I saw myself acting the fool, I would cringe. I'd be like, ugh.
Mhm.
Why you
Like,
do
what's
that?
wrong with
You
you?
looking dumb.
Oh,
Now
right.
I just laugh
Now
at
I'm like,
myself. I'm like, oh,
mukbang.
you
I've
so
been a chill.
yeah.
Hey, Eddie, mukbang. Chill. Hey, mukbang.
I'd be like, you a fool, and I just laugh at myself. I'm like, you crazy. You just funny. Whatever. You just kind of let it go, and that's who
Mhm.
you are. So here's the follow up question to that, right? So we learn about who we are. We learn about our character. We start to accept the real us on
Mhm.
camera. What have you learned about people? So that's my
They're
follow up question.
unpredictable. People are
They're unpredictable.
unpredictable. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, oh my God, they're unpredictable. They're supportive. They're weird. We have a love and hate relationship at the same
Yeah.
time because the trolls be like, oh, like it's not that serious. You could change. But I
Mm-hmm.
learned that people also, aside from being unpredictable, are so welcoming,
Yes.
and accept me for who I am. And it's so crazy that it's strangers, because
Yes.
realistically, that's
It is.
what a lot of people are, strangers. And you're not always going to see them, because the beauty of YouTube is that they all around the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I learned that people are just unpredictable. You never know, they could be nice today and tomorrow they're like, oh, I don't like that comment, and they're like raw. And then so, and just welcoming as well. And the emotional, just like me, that
Yeah.
I see myself in many others. You think
Yes.
that you're the only one that that does certain things, and that's not true.
It
You
isn't
got people
true.
that you're like, ooh,
It's so
ooh,
true.
that
I
person's just like me.
It's so true. Like you meet so many different, and what I've learned from this channel is that, again, I always talk about human connectedness. It's just
Mhm.
ironic that we're talking to a monitor and you still get to feel that human connectedness towards people. And I've learned that we're a lot more the same than we are different.
Mhm.
Always often hear that we're always separated around the U.S. about someone's color, someone's language, someone's ethnicity, someone's this. But the human side of who we are, we're almost exactly alike as
Exactly
people.
alike.
And what we go through emotionally, mentally, sometimes even physically. But we're more the same than we are different. And
Yeah.
I
Then.
love
Mhm.
that feeling of being able to connect with people regardless of someone's skin, regardless of someone's language, regardless
Yep.
of their background. Um, and so, I love that side of YouTube that I didn't experience before. And as a creator, just the amount of support and love that people give you. I didn't I thought it was about being competitive because obviously it's a business,
Mm-hmm.
but part of that business is being able to respect each other's business. You know what I mean? Like
Yes, yes.
not cutting someone's business down because whatever, but how can I support your business, Gina, in baking if I have family that's in New York that live in Brooklyn, they should
Mm-hmm.
hit you up and be like, yo, I have someone that I know on YouTube that does baking. Here is her YouTube page. So you can check out her commercial. She has a commercial out there with some satisfied customers in her area. Check her content out, but check out her business as well. So it's the way that you guys, we network and shout each other out in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, it is ultimately a business, but you have to be realistic that we're dealing with human people. We're dealing with human beings. So we have to connect in that way.
Yeah, no,
Jolisa, Miss
it's
Jolisa
true.
is in the house. What's going on? A little bit of everything with
Hey.
Jolisa. And then Marco said, where did he say? I just saw it. He said, let's help Dine with Jyna Diva cross the finish line and run her playlist. Road
Oh,
to
thank you.
4K. Yes.
Thank you
Yo,
so
it's
much.
it's like so damn close that you can only taste it. It's so damn
It's
close,
so
huh?
crazy. It's so crazy. When I hit like that 3,000 mark, it was like,
Mm-hmm. That's
oh,
where I
it's
am right now.
coming. It's coming. Oh, so go in it. We gotta help you. We gotta help you.
That's where I'm at right now, and I feel
He was
like,
just like, holy
okay,
crap.
it's gonna go fast. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like not fast, but I feel like now I can just feel like I can just roll with it
Mm-hmm.
and just go. If I get it before Christmas, I mean before the end of the year, great. If I don't, I don't. I'm not putting any pressure on me um, to get to 4,000 before the end of the year. I'm just saying, if it gets there, great. I'm gonna
Yeah.
grind, do what I gotta do. But if it doesn't, great.
Yeah, at the same time, it's your pace. It's your pace, and
Yes.
it's God's timing. That's what a
Yep.
lot of people have, like, reached out to me or left comments and stuff like that, asking about how I felt that smaller, not smaller, but channels that have started after me already
Yes.
were hitting 1K, and they were getting close to monetization, and then I'm like, I'm happy for them. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely happy for them. I want
Me
everybody
too.
to win. Like,
Yes.
there's room for everybody up there
Yes,
in the
there
top,
is.
and YouTube is paying
Absolutely.
now. Okay,
Yes.
so there should be no reason why we shouldn't like band together. And I was like, for me, it's my timing when God, because I'm a pop, because your girl's
Yes.
popping, right? So
Exactly.
whenever God wants me to pop, this
You're
okay.
going
It
pop.
doesn't bother me that I've been, close to a year and people coming a month or two. That doesn't bother me at all. That what's for them is for them, and what's for me is always going to be for me. Period.
Yes, absolutely,
So
absolutely. I agree, and I think it doesn't matter how long it gets there. But the beautiful part about it, as you said, it's in God's timing.
hmm
It's in God's timing to put you through a process,
that's right.
and you got to understand, in God's world, there is no time, right? There's
Nope.
no. It just happens in His present moment,
hmm
and so whatever the present moment is for you on Earth's time, that's when it's going to happen. And
hmm
so we got to be ready to accept when it happens for us
When it happens,
or
exactly.
if it does not happen. So
Or
we
exactly,
also
or
got to,
that as
if it does
well.
not happen, you really have to kind of realize we have no control over except for the hours that we get.
Yeah.
Once we get to
Yeah.
review, you're just like, okay, 2 or 3 days, maybe I'll get it. If I don't, what happened? What do I got to do to fix it? So,
Yeah, it's just like the 1K. It took me, like, when I hit it, and like the community tab and me being able to go live, it took me almost 2 weeks for me to for that to happen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So some
yeah,
people's like overnight, oh, I got it already. For me, it was like, oh man, like that's not happening for me. So after about the third day, checking into it, I was like, you know what, whatever. Whenever it comes, it comes. So when
yeah.
I went to post a video and I seen that it said video live create, I was like, oh, it's happening.
There it is. There's that button
There
that
it
you
is.
need.
Like bam,
Yeah.
when you least expect it, and
Mm-hmm.
like I'm ready for whenever God decides for me, you know what I'm saying, to blow up. Right now, he's probably like, listen, girl, right now you need to just be where you are. And, you're not ready for that next step. And so when
Right.
he deems me ready, then, you know what I'm saying? We ready. We're going to hit the pavement. Running.
Nation May says yes. Everyone moves at their own pace. We all going to get there, no matter what.
That's
Absolutely,
right.
Nisha. I totally agree. And we have to trust in that process. We have to trust the
Mm-hmm.
fact that we all gonna win. Look at Nation May says we
Oh,
all gonna win.
oh,
Absolutely, yes, we is gonna all win. Yes, I want. I tell you, I have the best YT family. We all look out for each other, and you
That's
have
right.
to. We
Mm-hmm.
have to look out for each other, and everyone's on their own pace.
That's right.
And again, God gives you that process. He puts you in a timeline, His own timeline, to
That's
get where you
right.
need to go. You congratulate, you support, you uplift those that have already gotten monetized because they were supposed
That's
to be
right.
there before you. There's no competition there. It's
Nope.
all love and support. And if you guys were there at the time when that person was in their growth, then you've given
Mm-hmm.
your time to them, and hopefully that returns back to you when it's your time to get to that particular moment. I'm not saying that everyone has 100% that they have to go and give back 100%. Absolutely not. Everyone has lives. Everyone has their own channel.
That's right.
Everyone are different creators. They put some different times in whatever they do. But I just a quick hi to come into my life to say hi, thank you, or hey, what's going on? I
Mm-hmm.
love that. That means so much to me that people are coming down and reaching down to still say, I
Yeah.
support you. Hey, how you doing? I watched your last video. I'm not asking you to run my playlist. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Um, you have your own business, you have your own channel that you have to tend to that is now monetized. So you have a business that you have to keep open and make some revenue off of. If you can reach down to say hello, great. If you can't, it's okay. No big deal, no hurt feelings. We just got to
That's
keep on
right.
pushing on and keep doing what we got to do. So
Yeah, just like
loving
you
it.
said, keep lifting each other up, because
Yep,
what
lift
you
up.
bring to the table is totally different from what I bring to the table.
Yes.
And, I don't see it as competition. We
Yes.
bring two, like I bring my own table and you bring your own table. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And we
Yes.
just bringing them together and, like,
And then I serve this food, I put it on your
exactly,
table,
you
you
know what
serve
I'm
your
saying?
food and put it on mine.
Exactly. I'm serving that arroz con andule, you bringing over that lechon. Like, let's go. Like, okay.
We'll be in trouble if there's too much lechon and too much pernil sitting up on the
Oh,
table.
man,
The
forget
cholesterol is going to go all over the place.
it.
So let me ask you something about friends and family. You mentioned when you started your business, you didn't you were it was odd that your friends and family didn't support you as
Mhm.
much on the business, but your hubby does. What
Mhm.
is it like for your YouTube channel? What does your family think about you having a YouTube?
Well, the same people that supported me, because it wasn't, of course, obviously not all of my friends and my family, but the same ones that did support me and do support me with my baking
Mm-hmm.
company, also with my YouTube. It was kind of like, oh my God, really? What do you? It's always the same question. What do you do? Oh, nothing. I just, eat. Like, so never is always you like Gina loves to eat. Okay, so they will watch and but even if they don't, it's okay. I already
Yeah.
got that blow from my baking company
Yes.
that is not too much of a big deal for me when it came to
Yes.
YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told
Yes.
you, for the baking, it was 4 years. I'm already 4 years in. So
Yes.
for
You have
4 years,
established customer base.
for 4 years, it's like, okay, like I was hurt. That hurt that you feel, I felt
Yes.
it already. So now it's just
Yes.
like, okay, I'll tell you if you can you watch? Can you help me? Can you, I
Yeah.
need 4,000 watch hours, when I first started. And it's like, can you help me? If not, then
It's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah, it
It's
is
okay.
quite all
Because I'm
right.
gonna get there regardless. I'm getting to that finish line
Regardless. Yeah, I mean,
regardless,
I've seen people say like, "Yo, if I had all my cousins and my aunties and my uncles run my playlist from this point to this point, I would have
Mm-hmm.
been getting 2,000 watched hours." But that's
Mm-hmm.
not the case. You're not always gonna get every single family member. But I'm happy that I have 3 or 4 people on my family, and
Exactly.
I
Me
have a
too.
lot of cousins, and I have a lot of aunties and uncles that have iPads and phones and stuff like that. And I've mentioned it. Most of them know that I have a channel. And if you watch it, you watch it. But if you don't watch it, it's okay. You
That's
just have to
okay.
live with that. I appreciate the fact that I have
Exactly.
one cousin. Whenever I see him at a party, he's like, "Oh, I saw the video when you did this. That was so funny. I was watching you on your TV." Or he'll send me a little clip watching me on his TV. So I appreciate that. You have
Me
a
too.
couple folks in your family that kind of, back you up like that. For a minute, my
Mm-hmm.
hubs wasn't even watching me, y'all. So he was like,
Oh,
but lately he's
because
no.
people don't when they don't believe in what you believe,
Yes.
it's hard for them to come out the
Yes.
norm. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because they're
Yes.
complacent in what
Mm-hmm.
they're used to. So when you're doing something out of the ordinary, it's like, huh? Like, why
Yes.
you doing that? But then when they see
Yes.
that you're consistent with it, no matter what it is, and this goes for anything in your life, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're consistent and you believe and you continue to do it, then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, this person was serious about it. Let me check it out. Let me see what they talking about.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yes. I
unfortunate that
agree.
a lot of people need proof, you know?
Yes, they
And
have to have proof.
yeah,
They just can't support you from the gate. You know.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And sometimes that's how people are. But look, he's on board now, right? Like he's on board with you now, so he understands this is
Yo, he's
what you
watching.
want.
Yeah, look at him. He's laughing at me right now because he knows what I'm
He's
talking
like,
about.
damn, you put me under the
Uh,
bus. Shit. Like
Marcos has a question. He says, "What's your least favorite food?"
my least favorite food. I gotta think about that one.
Is your hubby's Puerto Rican too?
Mm-hmm. He's Puerto Rican and black. Um. Hmm. I don't know if I have one.
No.
I'm such a greedy girl. I'm like, okay, I like Italian food. I love my Spanish food. At least, I don't know. I like them all.
Jaleesa says, "My husband watches sometimes. A few family members watch my
Oh,
channel."
that's
Maria Cervantes
great.
says. Miss Newton says, "I don't know, though he supports me behind the scenes." Oh, my husband doesn't watch me either. From Miss Newton's. Maria Cervantes says she loves
Oh,
mofongo.
mofongo. Nom, 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 nom. It's like
So
my mom used to make mofongo growing up, but she didn't make it the way like a Spanish restaurant would, which is like it was like in a little mountain. My mom
yes.
would make it in like little balls, you know.
Oh
Oh
yes,
my god, I've never seen anyone in my life make it like that,
like your
and I've
mom.
never even attempted to make mofongo.
No, is it
But
that
I've never
hard?
attempted to make mofongo, but I should with some white rice and some beef
Is
stew.
that the one where you have to put it in the little thing and you have to go like
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just the plant. You just smash
It's
the
just you
plantains.
fry plantains, you smash it, and then
Mm-hmm.
you put whatever you want inside. It could be chicken, it could be shrimp, it could be pork, you know,
I
and
have
you
yet to have
band it
some of that.
together and then fry it again so it could. At least my
I'll
mom would do
s-
that. You fry it
I'll
again so
seal.
it could.
I'll
Yeah.
seal. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, that sounds so
With
bomb.
some beef stew or some chicken stew, like something with a sauce and white
Yes.
rice, and you just put it on top. It's like a
Look at
mountain,
that.
like
See,
a.
that sounds so damn good. Now, we talked a little bit about after monetization. Obviously, you're going to keep on doing what you got to do, but you're now
Mm-hmm.
going to link a new channel,
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
which is
am.
amazing. I
Mm-hmm.
love that idea. Um, but here's a question for you: where would be your dream destination anywhere around the world if someone would pay for you to go around the world for a whole week? A dream destination to do mukbang videos for a whole 7 days. Where would you go? Where would you want to go?
Oh, the first question I will have to ask: can my kids come? Because I can't
I
do
know you
without
probably
them.
can't. You
I
can't
can't
live
bring my
without your
kids.
kids. Well, let's say you could bring your kids. Let's
Okay,
say
we
you
could.
can.
Let's see where
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
take
yeah.
them. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I never thought about this question. It's a good question. It's like I know a lot of people say Paris, but I really do.
But do you eat French food? Is the question.
I
Like, would
don't,
you?
right? So I
Yeah,
don't.
right. So,
So
is there a
I
food
would
that you're like, I eat it, I eat it, and I enjoy it here? I wonder what it tastes like at the homeland or that
I would
particular
have to
homeland.
say like Chinese food or Thai food because I eat that a lot. If it's
Yes.
like the day out to stop not cook and have a break. So
Yeah.
that be something that I make. So I would love to really have authentic Chinese food and what I know that what we get served them fried chicken wings and French fries is not what they eating. You
They're
know what
not
I'm
gonna
saying?
eat
They're not
there.
eating
No.
that. So
No.
I wanna be able. I would love to be able to go to China and then I could see the Great Wall of China
Yeah.
and everything and see all the beautiful places that they have there as well. So I will pick China.
It's so funny you say that because there was this video about this one Chinese lady that came from China and tried Panda Express for the first time, and she was like, "What is this garbage? This is garbage. Like this ain't
And
real
oh my
Chinese
god, I love
food."
me some Panda Express. And she said that's not good. Oh
No,
wait,
she was like,
okay.
"This
So you
is
see,
this is Americanized Chinese food." So you think about it and you're like, man. So what other Chinese food are we eating that's not real
yeah,
authentic
like
Chinese food?
of course the chicken wings. They are not eating no cat or whatever fried they're giving us. They definitely not.
Nope, not. The other thing is,
So
but I can tell you that the Thai food. So the Thai food you're eating is very street Thai food.
okay.
So the Thai food that you're probably eating is where they sell it off vendors off the street in Thailand. So it probably will be more authentic because they didn't adapt any American flavors into their dishes because they were purely street food. And
Okay.
so um, Thailand, if you were probably to go to Thailand and eat their food, it'll probably be very, very similar to the Thai food that's here. Chinese food will be a whole different story, boo.
I would like, yeah.
You not gonna have no Panda Express kind of
No,
China.
you definitely not
Ne-
want to taste like a real authentic dumpling, you know, and the
yes.
sauces. Yeah, that would be so like, my mouth is watering. I'm such a fat girl.
Now we when we went to New York, it's so funny that you say this because when we went to Manhattan and we had Chinatown food in Manhattan in Chinatown, and we had Chinatown food in San Francisco, and we had Chinatown food in Los Angeles. They're all different.
Yeah.
It's like they're not the same.
Which one was the best?
For me, Los Angeles. For me,
Okay.
Los Angeles Chinese Chinatown food to me tastes the best. Was it the
Okay.
most authentic? I don't think so. I
Okay.
think the one in New York is more authentic. The Chinatown food down in New York. But the one in Los Angeles is my favorite because I went to college in Los Angeles, and so we'd always go get fucking Chinese food at
Mm.
Chinatown there. And so
It's
I
like
kind of
that's the
got
go-to takeout, right? Like, why?
yes.
Why? I don't know, but thank you for bringing it. You know, because
Thank you
it
for
gives
the
me life.
MSG. Thank you for the salt. Thank you for the pork. All of that stuff.
the
All of that.
supposed no MSG, all
Yeah,
that.
no. You have to have the MSG. It's not going to be real. Like you can't have Puerto Rican or Dominican food without the sazon. So
You know
no,
what
you
I'm
can't.
saying? Or the
You can't.
adobo. Let's not forget that. Like,
Nope. You have to have the sansanador, the adobo, the sazon, all of
that
that.
sofrito, all of that.
All of that. Maria Cervantes says in February I went to Puerto Rico and I got to try the non-alcoholic pina colada. I went to San Juan, Puerto Rico. They have some good pina coladas there. Have you been back to Puerto Rico?
I have been to Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico right before Hurricane Maria hit.
Yes.
About okay, I went in December, almost a year. I would say almost a year, and it's so beautiful. I love Puerto Rico. Like I want to go back and bring the kids over there because I wasn't able to go over there until I was an adult. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I want to go take them. You know, so they could know their nationality more pure. You know, because I'm a New
Yeah.
York Rican. That's just
Right.
what it is. You know,
Yes.
but I want them to go and really taste authentic food and
Yes.
see the beautiful clear water beaches and
Yes.
the resort that we were in actually because they were by the water.
Yeah.
It was in Fajardo, Puerto Rico. I've checked a few times and it's just like still not ready. You know, they had its own little island. Yeah, it was just I
Really?
heard really really bad. You know, so it's still not ready to
Wow.
have, you know,
This is after
customers
Hurricane
there.
Maria.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rissa's
So,
mukbang is in the house. She is come by.
hello.
Hello. Hello, Miss Rissa. How are you, Miss Rissa? How you doing? How many children do you have? I think you said three, right?
I have three. My oldest, Kobe, is 11. My daughter, Gia, is 5. And my son, Caden, is 1.
Look at
I'm
that.
not going to be done for a long time, okay?
They're all 5 years apart.
Like, yes. No. Okay, Kobe and Gia are 6 years apart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gia and Caden are 3
Four.
years apart,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
right?
Wait,
Is that
11,
right?
11,
She
6.
just turned 5
Oh,
last
11,
month.
5, 11, 5, 1.
Yeah, no, they 4 years apart.
4 years.
So
Okay.
yeah, want. Still moment.
Hello, Becca's Beauty Channel. How are you doing? Una Poco Loco's in the
Hello.
house. The other Boricua is in the
Hola,
house. Miss
hola.
Una Poco Loco. Congratulations, mamas, for being monetized as well. I've been waiting all day for your ass to go
Oh,
live
congratulations.
so I can say hello to you. Rick Rock Foodie is in the house, man. I love me some
Rick
Thai
Rock,
food.
what's up?
Yo, let me tell you a little story about fucking Rick Rock Foodie, y'all, because every time with Jyna Diva comes into Rick Rock's live, y'all, he always mispronounced her name. Like he must have did it like at least 3 or 4 times.
Listen,
It was
listen.
like, and if she doesn't visit for a while and she comes on, he'd be like, "Hey, what's going on, Miss Jyna Diva?"
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
"Oh my god, did he just call her Jyna?" Like Rick, but I be
Listen.
I'd be weak as hell because he's serious. He's like, "Hey,
He's
what's
so
going
serious.
on?"
And
Yeah,
Nasha,
he's
because he
serious.
will do that to Nasha
Yeah, he
also.
do that to
Nasha
Nation Man
May.
all the time. And it'd be like Jyna Diva. What's up,
Yes.
Jyna Diva? What's up,
I'm so
girl? What's
used
going
to the
on?
mispronunciation of my name since I was a little girl. So I'm like, it makes me laugh. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever. Like growing up, my cousins used to make fun of me. They used to call me vagina. They used to call me
But that's how your name
Jyna.
is spelled,
It's
Jyna.
Jyna. Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
how my name is spelled. So even in school, like when they used to do the attendance roll and they would stop, I knew that they were gonna call my name, or they were stuck, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm right here, it's Gina, right here,"
So
you
when Rick
know.
Rock did that, I was dying, yo. I was, and he would. And it's not like, props to my brother. That's my brother, y'all. I'm not trying to pick on my brother, but as a brother, you gotta poke on my brother and just joke around. He's hilarious. He be butchering names, yo. He be really,
You
really
listen, because
butchering
it's
names.
not only me. He's done it to so many people,
Nasha May is Nasha May. I
so
mean, I
many
mean,
people, and he's just so apologetic. So that's why I
yeah.
can even be mad, because I'm like, whatever. I already know, like, you know me, we know each other, whatever, That's what it is. So,
Una said she was busy today. What's going on, my three and me? How are you, my love? Man,
hello.
I'd be butchering it, laughing my ass out. Rick Rock Foodie is laughing, y'all. Um, so we have, let's see. All right. Any other questions we got for Miss Jyna Diva? Y'all let me know in the chat if you guys have any more questions. We're going into an hour and 15 minutes. And I know on the East Coast, we're looking at almost 10:15. What time do you usually get up to start your baking stuff? I mean, you must be prepping really hard for all these
Listen,
orders that
it
you have. Do you have your own kitchen? Do you do it at home kitchen or do you actually
no, I
rent a
do it at
commercial?
home. I'm home based right now,
Wow.
until I am commercial. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like that's to go. But
Okay.
yeah, right now I do it in my home. So a lot of the times I have to wait, until the kids are asleep and be up
Mm-hmm.
to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning,
Oh my
like a
God.
zombie, and have to wake up at, a few hours later because the kids gotta get up or whatever, depending on when the order lands.
Right.
So yeah, I'm used to no sleep. I haven't had sleep in 11 years, okay? Like, because when you have kids, you don't get the same sleep
No
like
good
before.
solid sleep.
So it's all good. It comes with it.
Let's see. It's my Rick Rock said it's my Filipino side. He is dying. He said I'm over here dying too. Hello, Tooth, and everyone in the live. I'm loving all these Latinas you bringing onto your lives. Tooth is so awesome to see my people on YT.
Mm.
Absolutely, y'all.
Ah,
I love my Puerto Ricanas, my Boricuas, my Dominicanas, my Mexicanas, everyone that's Latina. I love my beautiful black women that come onto the show too. So it's a whole mix, it's a whole hodgepodge, and everyone is welcome on the channel and on the live. So I appreciate that, Miss Mary T. When you see people that are like you and they're on camera and on film, they inspire you. So for me, if
mm-hmm.
I see other
I
Filipino
agree.
like Rick Rock Foodie's my Filipino brother. When I first saw him, I automatically got proud, and I was like, "Oh, that's my Pinoy brother. That's my Filipino brother." Same thing with Bastos Baboys. They just started out their channel. They're my people, so it's like you just automatically get proud, and you just you
Mm-hmm.
support them and you uplift them. Not to say that you can't uplift any other race, but you within your own culture, there's just that pride that you
Mm-hmm.
have when you're with other people. Una Poco Loca says, "Yes, boo, you can give me a good recipe for cojito." Coquito?
Coquito. Oh my! I
Okay,
just made some
explain what coquito
pistachio.
is. What is coquito?
Coquito is a Hispanic drink, right? Puerto Rican drink that is served around the holidays. It's like a Spanish eggnog, right? So it's made with Coco Lopez, which is what is used for pina colada. So it's
Ooh,
made with
okay.
Coco Lopez, coconut milk, cream of coconut, carnation milk, cinnamon, vanilla,
But it's a
liquor.
drink.
Yeah, it's a drink. It's a drink. And there's different flavors. Like I make regular, which is what I just said to you is regular.
Okay.
The regular Dagala, and then there's pistachio that I make strawberry coquito. I make chocolate coquito. Yeah, that's it right
So it's
now.
very creamy.
It's like a milky drink with
Okay.
liquor.
I
Okay,
love I,
with
I love
liquor
me
with
some
some
I
rum.
love me some good coconut milk, boy. Like
Mm-hmm. With some
some
rum.
really rich coconut milk.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can drink some rich coconut milk.
I made some
Are,
earlier. My
Mar-
husband loves it too. So
Maria
now,
said,
like the what's the word? It's like fad is coming into my head. The
fad
yeah. What's another word for that?
trending.
Yes. Right? There
It's
you go.
trending. Is it trending
Bam.
because it's Christmas time?
Yes, like when
Okay.
listen, when November comes and Thanksgiving is coming, that's when like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's is where you'll see it. Me, listen, I don't care. You want it in
You.
April? I'll give it to you in April. I'll
It
make
don't
you water
matter.
in April, okay? Like
It
what you
don't
talk,
matter
you
what
feel me?
season. It don't matter what season it is. Maria
Listen,
said,
listen. It's really good, and now people are starting to because it's rum. You know, it's a coconut drink, but people put rum in it, right? That's
yes.
what it is. Bacardi 151, coconut rum, whatever. But it's really rum. Now
Is it
people are putting Hennessy.
is
You
it a
know,
white rum or a gold rum, dark rum that you use?
whatever rum you ask me for.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, like me, I like to put for me because it goes hand in hand from my palate, I guess. So I try to like, if it's not perfect for me, I won't put it out there. So for me,
Yes.
I feel like coconut rum, whether it's Bacardi, whether it's Malibu, it you know it marinates with it, like it goes
Yes.
hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a
So it already
coconut drink.
matches.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so to me it matches. But I've had the honey coquito because my husband loves that,
How
and
is
it's
that,
really
Henny?
good
Isn't it?
too.
Is it good? Really?
It's good too. Like if I add a little bit, because I don't drink too much,
Yeah.
so I could taste it already. But like if I add a lot, because he likes a lot in it,
Yeah.
it'd be like, ooh, just knock you off your feet real quick. Wait a minute.
Miss Marie Robles is in the house. How you doing, Miss Beautiful Marie
Hello.
Robles? How you doing? Yes, Toof. I totally feel that as soon as I heard her accent, I was like Boricua. Hey.
Yes. Hello.
You better know it. Do you guys not know each other?
We do. I believe we follow each other. No.
I was like, wait a minute. How y'all not
Yeah,
know each
because I
other?
feel
You
like
guys are both.
I know
You
you,
guys. You guys are
Miss
both on the East
Lola.
Coast.
Like I know you.
I mean, Ona's in Virginia, but I'm
We
over
need to
here telling
get
her.
probably more
Uh,
acquainted. So we could do that, definitely.
Yes. And you guys came out around the same time. So I'm kind of shocked that you guys don't know each other. Um, I was actually thinking about doing a Hollow Hollow show with Latinas from the East Coast. And I was going
Okay.
to get a Puerto Rican, a Dominican, and, anybody else who wasn't of that, ethnicity and put a little show together and just, eat our different foods from that particular
Mm,
culture live. That would be fun to do. Maybe
that would
I'll
be
think
real
about,
fun.
I'll think of something like
I'm
that.
mad that we can't be in the same room.
I know, right? I'll be picking off your plate.
Oh,
Is
you know
what I.
what I'm saying?
That's what I
Let me
probably
get
be
some
doing.
turron real quick and some lumpia, please.
I definitely will be doing that. We are in an hour and 22 minutes. Anybody have any more questions for Miss
I
Jyna
know I did see
Diva?
one. Let me
What'd you
see.
see? Did I miss
Somebody
it?
seen said something about
Oh,
cookies.
Christmas cookies. Here it is. Are you selling Christmas cookies and how much are they? That's a
So
loaded question. What kind of Christmas cookies?
I mean, well, Christmas cookies, I'm sure in general, right? Don't judge me. Out of a lot of things that I make, I don't know how to make cookies.
You
So
lying.
I do not know how to make cookies. That is something that I actually paid a class for so that I can take because I do want to master it. Because it's
Oh,
not frosting, it's royal icing. So once you put it
yes.
on,
It
it
sticks.
hardens. Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
it hardens. So the people that I follow that make cookies are just like amazing. Like they're artistic, and it's like the cookies is like, oh my god, you would think that they drew a picture, and it's like, how
Yeah.
can you eat this? This is art, So I guess me seeing that and seeing the perfection and the skill, it was like, okay, that's gonna take a while for me to master, which I don't mind, but that is on my to-do list is the cookies, because I've seen a lot of people give out cookies, and to each his own if that's what you want to put out there. But for me, if it's not perfect, I I am not gonna do it. If it
You're
doesn't
not
taste
gonna
right
do
to
it.
me, if I'm not gonna eat it, my products I will eat, although I don't eat them because I'm not a sweets person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's in due time. I'm learning. In the new year, I have a lot of things for both, both my companies.
Man, I'm telling. I really feel like that baking stuff online is gonna be just
We're gonna be a
off the
hit.
hook. Yeah, it's gonna be a hit. I can't
Hmm.
wait. And imagine transferring just half of your subscribers
Hmm.
over, and then if you have at least 100 people that are from New York and then within your area in the boroughs, to order some food for you, your business is gonna boom.
It's
I mean,
gonna so boom.
you're gonna have your commercial kitchen in no time. By this time next year, you'll be doing your orders out of a commercial kitchen that you're leasing.
Yes, God willing. Oh my God, God
I'm
willing.
like,
Because
can you believe? Can you imagine?
yeah, I imagine it. It's been a dream from when I first started, and I was like, you know what? I want a business, but then I also thought about because how fast paced New York City is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what? I want a truck. So imagine that's people don't do that. Imagine me dipping
Yeah.
pretzels and strawberries and like, hey, like let's, I'm in this location now. Come over
Yes.
here. And
Yes.
so it's a lot. I did like put it on hold because starting your YouTube, it was like, oh whoa. And then having a
Mm-hmm.
new baby also, that was
Yes.
sleepless nights and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So that was another reason why I stopped the 7 days of uploading.
Yeah.
Um but I can't wait. Like that's a goal. That is a goal. Like the next thing to do is do my website because I do have my Instagram and everything, but to do an official tissue website that's not, thrown around is like really
Yes.
nice. So 2020, we about to have Dine with Jyna Diva, monetize, and then we about to move on.
What is your baking business called?
It's called Edible Eats NYC.
Okay.
So this
And
EDIBLE EATSNYC.
I love that.
And
And
you
it's
guys can
based out
follow
of
me on Instagram. I do have an Instagram page right now. Um and a Facebook page as well. So you
awesome.
guys
And
can
then
definitely hit me up.
when you do your business, do you deliver or you have people pick it up for, like when you
It's
have
either or because when people hear that you charge for delivery, it's like,
well,
oh,
yeah, it makes
but it's like,
sense.
yeah, I got have to pay gas, then
Yeah.
like it's not, So yeah, it's either or. So with meeting, if somebody wanted to, do a pickup, we'll definitely have a designated place, to meet up
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want no crazies in my house. Like
You have an Instagram, do you have a Facebook for it?
I have a Facebook for it as well.
Okay.
If you do see my Facebook a little bit more, I guess we could say well-rounded or maybe like more posts. In the beginning of this year, my business page for some reason was disabled, and I
Oh,
had about 1,500 followers,
wow.
and it was 3 years on that page, and for some reason they said that I violated the terms of Instagram.
What the heck?
So you already know that was a hater, and it is, but
Yeah.
haters plural because it don't take one day. It's not overnight that happens,
Yes, yes.
and so I had to start from scratch.
Okay. And it's still
It,
called Edible Eats
it's still
NYC?
called. It's still called, but I had to do it. Matter of fact, you're right. It's Edible Eats NYC with an underscore. I forgot
Oh,
all about that. You're so right.
underscore after the eats?
After the NYC,
Okay. And
after the NYC, because
do
of
you
that.
have a do you have a marketplace?
What do you mean marketplace?
Because I guess on Facebook you can do what's called a marketplace where you promote your business and you can put pictures up of what you sell
Oh, on
and
Facebook.
then
I'm not really too good with Facebook. I got
yeah.
Facebook probably like 2 or 3 years ago to make a business page for Edible
Yeah.
Eats, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like so foreign to me. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
how it's weird.
There's a little
Instagram, I know.
marketplace. It's called a marketplace, and so anyone in your area that's looking for cake pops, for cupcakes, cakes, whatever you make, and all they got to do is cakes in my area, and obviously Facebook will pick up the
Oh, okay.
location, and then it'll promote anyone that's in that area of what they're selling. So they'll open up a tab and it'll say, this person's business company name. Here's her business phone number. This is what she's done. Here are the reviews for that
Oh,
business.
dope.
So if there's someone that lives 3 blocks away from you and they're looking for someone that can make a cake, why would
Mm-hmm.
they not go to someone closer?
Yes.
And you promote it. You sometimes could put pricing up there just so that people can get an idea of what you charge.
Okay.
But take a look at it and see if that's
Oh,
something you
thank
can
you for that.
explore.
Oh, wow. You see, to also learn
Absolutely.
something. You learn something new every day.
And
And so I definitely would check into that.
the reason why I found it was I was at a party last night and this lady brought some papusas. If you guys know what papusas are, they're the stuffed masa that's stuffed
Mm-hmm.
with cheese and meat and all that stuff. And we're like, where'd you get these from? She says, oh, on the marketplace on Facebook. And so she was telling us who it was. And she goes, oh, I get it over here down on this particular street. I'm like, I live a block away from that lady.
Oh, wow.
So now I found her last night. I was like, oh, here she is. She's right here. So I just typed in pupusas and she came up. Her name came up, her business came up, what she sells, the kinds
Nice.
of pupusas she sells, and she sells it from her home. So all you have to do is drive by, call her and say, hey, I'm interested in some pupusas. Here's my Facebook name. Here's my, so that, just to know it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And you drive by, you go to her apartment complex, and she'll meet you downstairs and drop off the pupusas for you. So
That is
that's
dope.
how that marketplace works.
Okay.
So
Look at that. So you just use it so you know that it works. All right. So
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna check into
absolutely.
that. I'm gonna check into that.
Yeah, look into that. Um, any other questions? We're going into an hour and a half. We usually don't go past the hour and a half, but I want to make sure I am
Mm.
supporting your time, Miss Jyna.
Oh, thank you.
Um, what part of New York are you from? I'm from the Bronx. Look, we was talking about the brown between the fight between the
The boogie
Bronx
down
and
Bronx.
the boogie
I'm
down
from Brooklyn. I am
and
from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Don't get it twisted.
I
You know, I can't ask Mary
don't
T
know why.
if I say Mary T, you from where? You from I'll be like, you from Brooklyn? She goes, no, bitch, I'm from
Yeah, I'm
she
from
be
the
like,
Bronx there.
no, ho, I'm from the Bronx. Don't I told you I'm from the Bronx? You can't get it twisted that like that. I love the non-alcoholic pina coladas from San Juan, Puerto Rico. When I tried it, it was inside of a pineapple,
Yum.
and anybody goes there, I recommend it. Oh, that's
Yum,
amazing.
yummy. Imagine alcoholic.
I love what is it?
Mm-hmm.
I love you. All the hookups.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Bonsai? Welcome aboard, my brother Bonsai. Thanks for coming on by. Are you at work already? Appreciate you coming on by, my brother. All right. So I'm going to have one more final question for Miss Jyna Diva before we end this live stream. I just wanted to first say thank you, Miss
Oh,
Jyna
welcome.
Diva, Miss Jyna Diva, for coming on. Dine
Thank
with
you for
Jyna
having me. I
Diva.
appreciate it. I know you've been asking me for a while, and when you asked me the other day, I felt so bad. First of all, because you
No,
was in
don't feel
Marco's
bad.
live,
I know.
so I was
But I was
like,
like,
just
when
took over. Like, okay, what we're gonna do? This boom, bam, boom, boom. Like, let's do it. Like,
please
but
forgive me if I was in somebody else's chat doing that. But when I catch you and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I haven't scheduled Jyna
I
Diva
was like,
yet.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But at the same time, I understand. I've asked several people that just weren't ready, and I get that. If they're not ready to come on camera with me, they've been in the audience, and if they're not ready, they're not ready. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get upset off that. And so if I have a chance to re-ask again, to do that, that's what we
Yeah,
do. We
it wasn't
certainly
that
want
I
to ask
wasn't
you.
ready. You asked, and then it's like we didn't revisit it, so
No,
it
yeah,
it slipped my mind. You know what I mean? It slipped my
yeah.
mind. So when you re-asked, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll take it. Like Sunday, cool. Let's do it. 9 o'clock. The kids are already in bed. Let's go.
I know. It's like, as long as the kids were asleep.
Yep, as long as the kids are
Um,
asleep.
so I want to first say thank you for coming on the show. I really,
Mhm.
really appreciate it. But my final and last question is, why are you so beautiful, girl? Like
Oh
what
my no.
what gives you like no serious like you have this radiance about you, and
Oh,
I've said
thank
that
you
several
so
times. It's
much.
nothing fake, but I just want to say you're a pretty, very pretty,
Oh,
pretty
thank
Latina woman,
you.
and there's this radiance and this confidence that comes off you. Where do you get it from? Like, where obviously living in New York, you're obviously gonna have that swag. You're gonna be a tough woman. You're gonna be a tough
Mm-hmm.
Latina woman. You're gonna be
Alpha
a
female,
Boricuan
yeah.
woman. But at the same time, where do you get that radiance from? There's this radiance that comes about you. I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know. I would have to first, like, it first would have to be like because of my mom. Like me and my two sisters, it was us three, and she will always tell us, like, when you walk into a room, you light it up. I don't care who else is there. I don't care if it's the biggest superstar in the world. My daughters light up the room. So imagine, I was like, oh, my mom said I light up a room when I walk in. I'm like, so
But she had three
mommy
daughters.
said,
You had
yes,
three daughters.
it was 3 girls and 1 boy.
And so where were you in the lineup?
I'm third.
Okay, so you're the youngest girl.
I'm the youngest girl.
So of course you had to show out.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but you said it. I
And it's
came and I conquered. Nah.
you know what's cute? Because every Puerto Rican woman that I've met always say mommy.
Yeah.
Like that's what they call their mom. Like for us, it's mom or mama or ma. we don't say mommy. So whenever I
Mm-hmm.
hear like my Puerto Rican sisters that I've met here, they say mommy. And it's so
Yeah.
cute to me because there's such an endearing, it's an endearing word to call someone. It makes you feel like you're still a young child,
Mm-hmm.
saying mommy or mama to somebody.
Yeah.
But every Puerto Rican that I've met, when they mention their mom, they say mommy.
Yeah. I don't know. That's it. Mommy. It's mommy. It's my mommy, I don't know, my mommy. I was gonna say my mommy. Like depending on, because I'm a very wordsy person.
Yes.
So depending on how in the context that I'm using it, I'll change it up. But it's usually mommy, like my mommy, my mom, or my mommy. I don't know. That's just how it's always been. And then I would say the rest, half my life would have to be my husband.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I'm the queen of the world. So
Oh,
it's him that makes
that
me
is,
also,
look at that smile. And you could even see the shift in her cheeks go like this. It got whiter, like, yeah.
like he's always gonna have that effect on me.
That is
So
so
it would have
cute.
to be, yeah, the both of them. She always said that growing up to us. She always said no matter what, you always need to carry yourself, not conceited, but always be
Yes.
confident.
Confident.
Because if you don't have that confidence in yourself, no one else is gonna have it for you. So that's kind of where I get it from also. And then like I said, my husband.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you don't even need the validation, boo. You are
Oh,
gorgeous.
thank you so much.
Just letting you know that. Xtina and Dia's in the house.
Hey.
Beautiful. What's going on? Y'all missed out because we about to wrap
I
up
know
this
to wrap it
show.
up.
Being on guest on Tooth is an honor. Bonsai, thank you, my brother.
Oh,
He was
thank
actually
you. Right?
Bonsai was
You don't know. I
actually
was just like, oh my God. I'm so
Bonsai was
invested.
my
Oh my God. Oh my
first
God.
first stream yard like this back in August of this year. And yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. Bonsai. Thank you so
Mm.
much. Bonsai, when will I be a guest on your show? Ooh, y'all
Oh,
flirting with each other? No.
oh,
Naomi, I'm
I
gonna be
made
your
it.
guest. Oh, wait a minute. You gonna be a guest at who
Oh,
apartment? Wait a
excuse me.
minute.
Espérate. We flirting over here in the
Espérate.
chat. Hold on. You showing your shot?
I just love my Gina
Oh,
from
I love
Xtina
you
Indy.
too, Xtina.
What did
I
I'm a
love my
third child too.
youngest.
Bonsai said she a third child too. That's funny too because I was born in New York, but I was raised in Carson, California. So I'm East and West Coast. Laughing out loud. Oh, Mary T, you was raised in Carson, California, where all Filipinos were at. Because she must have grew up with all the Filipinos in Carson. That's where the Filipinos
You
are
got
in
the
Southern
best of both
California.
worlds then.
It's mommy for Dominicans too.
You
Julissa said.
see?
See, Julissa is
And
Dominicana.
it's Papi too for like dad. It's
Yeah,
Papi. It's
it
like
is
now
Poppy,
that my
huh?
kids say daddy to my husband, but
Yeah,
it's like it's Papi.
for you when you would say
Yeah,
Poppy as
my
well.
dad, like even now, growing up, I'm 32. I still be like, hi, Pop. Bendición, Pa. Like, how you doing,
Yeah.
Papi? You know what I'm saying? Like,
So do you speak Spanish fluently? Like it's something that you speak at the home?
no,
Oh.
no.
So you know phrases, you know how to
I
respond. You
can
definitely
speak it.
understand it.
I definitely understand it, right? If
Uh-huh.
I don't, like, you see, like, it's written on my face, like, and then I'll ask you,
Mm-hmm.
what you said, but it's something that I always understood. And
Yes.
then me having to speak it when I was about 26 years old, I had a job interview I was a pre-K teacher before being home with my daughter.
Yeah.
And they told me in order for me to get the job that I had to speak Spanish. I had to
Right.
be tap into that. And I was like, oh, this
Yes.
is a good paying job. Like, I need this. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know Jyna, you better go, it was all messed up. And so it was like weird because some of the things that I say, because the school that I worked in was predominantly Mexican and Ecuadorian families.
Okay.
So I learned kind of their way to say things as well. Then one time, visiting my grandmother, she was like, Mira, ¿por qué tú estás hablando así? Like, you are Puerto Rican, you're not Mexican. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know. I've been like working there. It's, year 3 for me there. I don't know, So I'd be like very careful. But I'm the granddaughter for my grandfather as well, for my grandmother, that I'll like speak some Spanish, but then I'm throwing in the English in there, so they talk back to me in English, and like all
But
the
how
other
about the
grandkids are
other how
jealous.
about your sisters? Can they speak Spanish better?
No.
No. You're like,
Nuh-uh.
no.
I
No.
think that because I had to do it so frequently
Yeah.
because of work that I do.
Oh,
Like
got
my
it.
mom and my stepdad would say, "Wow, you really good." Like for somebody who never wanted to talk, because I was so frightened. Because English is my primary language.
Yes,
So
yes.
speaking a secondary language, you're like, wait, hold on,
Bonsai. Last night we had someone that mentioned the word focus. So his
Mm-hmm.
Spanish teacher would say focus, and she got
Focus,
very focus. So
focus.
she
One of my
yeah,
aunts would talk like that. Focus. That's how she used to say it.
focus.
So we're like, Titi, what? Say it
Titi.
again.
That's another thing. That's another thing. So auntie is titi,
Mm-hmm.
like tia.
Like tia or titi, and I can't remember. Oh my God, my sister-in-law that's Philippine. She told me titi.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's what she told me. She's like, wait, when she first came
It
to
means
a
pinga.
family,
Okay, girl.
yeah,
It
she was
means
like,
pinga.
what? When somebody said titi, she was like, what? And we were like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, and then she told me, we was like, oh my God, for real? Like, that's bad? Like, my goodness,
Yes.
that's insane. She was like, yeah, so she's used to it. Or like, I know some of the aunts, if I'm not wrong, Ata Ravi or something like that. She would say like, it was Ravi is the lady's name,
Uh huh.
but it's Ata, right?
Ati. Ate.
Ati. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Ate
So
means like older
yes,
woman, older respect woman, like it's
Mm-hmm.
like a mister or senor, like that. It'd be
Yes,
like
I was
that,
just
like
gonna say
ate.
they took the word out of my mouth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Senora.
funny. Look,
Yeah.
yeah, Bonsai is laughing at you. Italian Queen's in the house. What's going on, Italian Queen?
Hello.
No titi. I have a titi. I can't, Bonsai. So you're doing too
Oh
much.
my God. That's it. You timed out.
That's it. You timed out, brother. You about to get timed out. But my love, Miss Jyna Diva, thanks again so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for
I really
having
appreciate
me.
it. If we can
I
have another
appreciate
hour,
it.
we totally do it.
Listen, we'll be here
Um,
all night with the way I
we
talk. Like
and it's a Sunday night. Come on now. I had my coffee.
listen.
We could probably go for another 2 hours,
Me too.
but
Listen, I'm good. And like this is all with no nothing. This
we're
is
gonna
just
do a
me
baking
always.
class. We're gonna do a little quick baking class right now. No, I'm just kidding. But I appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming on by the show. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Everyone is saying hello. I have a titi. Yes, I can't. Una poco loca say she got a titi too. Sir Lancelot's in the house. What's going on? Oi oi oi. What's
Hello.
going on, Lancelot? All right, people are coming by. We're about to end this live stream. Look at Mia
Hello.
2000's in the house. What's going on, Mia 2000? We just about to end this live. I appreciate you
Mm-hmm.
guys coming and hanging out with us.
Yes. Thank you for
If
having me.
someone can drop the link, because we're gonna do a raid. If Virgo Queen T is still on live, obviously she is monetized and she's doing her
She needs that
monetization
money,
live.
honey. Mm-hmm.
So if someone could drop that link for us and just put Tooth Squad, let me see if I can find it. Um, of course I can't. Of course, when I'm trying to look, I can't find it.
You know how that goes. When you don't need it, then it's gonna pop up.
I know it's gonna pop up. I'm like, dang, where'd it go? Here it is.
And Marcos, you the real MVP, dropping my link the whole chat, bro.
You know what? Because what you call it wasn't even doing his job. What's his name wasn't doing the job. I had set
And
up.
you put edible eat. Thank you so much. Oh my God, no, thank you.
He is amazing. He's such a great
He
supporter.
is. I really wasn't. It took me a while. Obviously, it wasn't until late of this year me even mentioning edible eats, because I didn't want to intertwine the two just yet, because
But
people
now is the time.
now is that's it, okay, like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how people can be, so it was like, you know what, right now I'm just gonna keep the two separate. And then I think it was closer to September, October, that I just started to mention it more, and like, hey, it is what it is, like we about to put this on the map. And so thank you so much, Marcos. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I was so nervous because you asked me whatever, so I wasn't sure what you was gonna ask me. So I don't know, please, that'd be crazy. But I am. When you're on YouTube, after a while, you become transparent. You
Yeah.
have people watching you. If you changing that one person's life, like if out of that 1,300 people that follow me, if I'm getting through to one person with my positive messages, that's all what it's becoming to be about for me.
Yep.
So I appreciate you having me. because you could have anybody else and you had me, you know,
Oh,
little me,
it's
Jyna
like perfect
Diva.
timing. You about to get monetized in like a couple days. As we and just a reminder, guys, if you have not run her playlist yet, which I'm going to do for you tonight,
Oh,
before
thank
I go to
you.
bed, we just want to wrap that up because obviously you started December 1st. There's a little bit of time that's actually expired from your 365 day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to push that to make sure that that's solidified. So when you're in the review process, you don't lose any hours. You just continue
Mm-hmm.
to, wrap up those hours in the review process. I'll tell you, I have a channel that is monetized, but it took 7 months for my review. So I commend people that have gone through review process and got it within 2 or 3 days.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that happens to me on this channel. My other channel took 7 months, so I almost gave up. But I said this time I am
Yeah,
not.
no, I can understand. You start losing hope. You
Yeah,
know, you
I
start
did.
losing hope.
And at that time, I just kind of pushed it. What happened, Marcos? Her link isn't working on my part. Okay, let's see. How about the link I'm sending? Is it working, guys?
I see it here. It looks like it's working.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it, Miss Jyna. Thank you so much again. And wait here for a second as I close up the live. You guys,
Okay.
thanks so much for hanging out.
Hi guys.
Make sure to
Thank
run that
you.
playlist for Miss Jyna, and make sure to go check out Miss Virgo Queen T on her monetization live. And make sure you mention um, the tooth raid that we are headed over there to add more love to her monetization live, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.
Bye
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.